Good morning everybody, welcome back to another day in Cambridge. I have just got to work. It was my day off yesterday, so I'm feeling a little bit discombobulated. We have two shows today, but they're both, well, one's in the morning, one's in the afternoon, so then we've got the evening off. I'm gonna try and see if I can pick up some sort of ready meal or something that I can have after the first show. I've been really enjoying getting a ready meal and getting like half a French stick to go with it, or like, I don't know, something to make it feel like it's not a ready meal, you know? So I'm gonna pop into M&S, which is just across from the theatre here. There's actually so much to pick from. There's like the plant-based range over there. Lots of different oven things. I think this is the main like microwave meal section. I had this chicken fettuccine the other day. That was really nice. And everybody at work raves about this Tuscan style penne, but I didn't actually really like it. But everyone else likes it at work. Do you know what? I might just go for that fettuccine again because it was really nice the other day. Yeah, we'll go for this. Oh, here they normally have the half baguettes and I can't eat one of those, can I? Absolutely perfect, that's just what I wanted. Okay, I've just come out of M&S. This is like right by the theatre, by the way. The theatre is over there. The big market is here. We've got M&S, which is perfect. And then there's loads of restaurants here like Frank Manca, Five Guys, Pizza Pilgrims. And then round the corner here is my godsend on this contract, Pret. Et voila. And I don't know why, but from Pret, it's always got to be just a plain old coconut flat white. Well, that's not really plain, is it? But from anywhere else, I would definitely be getting syrups and like extra shots and all that jazz. But from Pret, this is, for me, the best order, I feel. Look at all this, it's like fresh fruit and veg. We've even got wreaths and Christmas trees. What would happen if I took one of those to my dressing room? Would the girls kill me? No, I can't. Maybe I'll just take this one. Maybe they'll like that instead. Here we are back again for another day. There's my silly face on a banner. Oh, we've got new pictures up. Here we are back again. Let's get some lights on. I always hate myself for the way that I leave this because it's not necessarily messy. It's just like bits everywhere. Like, why, Alicia? Anyway, I'm going to go and put my ready meal in the fridge and then start doing some makeup. Right, I have just received an Amazon parcel and I'm not going to tell you on this vlog what it is. So please, in the comments, guess below what you think this is. If you know me well enough, then you should be able to guess what this is. Oh, it's very heavy and it's not something that you would usually order on Amazon, but there was a really good deal. And when there's a good deal on these things, I have to get it. So please let me know in the comments below. I'm going to put it down now because it's breaking my back. What you think it is. There's not a prize if you get it right, but that would really humour me if people did start to get it right. Right, I've just made my little porridge pot. And I've got my flat white and I'm gonna start doing my hair. I did wash my hair last night, hence why it's quite nice today. It's quite nice and fluffy and defined. She's looking good today. So let me just quickly catch you up on the last few days because the last vlog you would have seen was from like last week. It was from quite a long time ago. I think I just got in a bit of a frenzy with work and everything and didn't really film anything, and I knew that I had videos in the archive that I could be posting, and I just got a bit lazy honestly and just didn't film anything. But we had our first 3-show day and it was honestly the craziest thing I've ever experienced in my whole life. Like, I can't actually believe that we did it 3 times, and like by the time we were going on for the 3rd time, we were like, what is this? Like, we were all going a little bit mad. Actually, it was really quite crazy. But we did it and it was good. And the company here at Cambridge Arts Theatre, they got us sandwiches and soup after the first show. And then after the second show, they got us this really nice Italian place around the corner called Aromi, and they took all of our orders and we all got like a pasta dish each. It was so lovely, and there was like dessert and everything. It was really, really nice, and that really did get us through the day, so I'm very appreciative of that. And then pretty much I went home. I went back to London on my day off. Luke and I went to see Wonka, at the cinema. There's so many friends of mine that were dancers on the film, and so it was really nice to try and spot out some of their faces. And I really enjoyed the film. I thought it was absolutely brilliant, really well made. I think it had quite high expectations after sort of Barbie, because I feel like it's the same sort of level of production, like Warner Brothers, and you know, it was like films, but we're going to do about 5 musical numbers and it's all going to be sung. And anyway, I thought it was really good. I really wasn't expecting it to be that good, and I absolutely love Timothée Chalamet, so yeah, I was already sold, really. But it was a really good film. Yeah, and then we got Wingstop in the evening, which is so good, by the way. If you are a meat eater, Wingstop is insane. Their garlic parmesan, boneless little piece things, oh my god, they're so good. And then the lemon pepper fries, they are really good. I've never tried those before. Luke always gets those ones, so I thought I'd change my order. But yeah, and then after that I drove home, and that was last night, so that brings us sort of up to speed, I guess. So I'm really excited today, guys, because I have decided I'm going to get out of my little reading, what's it called? Slump. Reading, I don't know. But anyway, so after I read a book called A Little Life, I have really struggled to pick up any other book. I really have tried to read Lessons in Chemistry, but I don't know whether it's like my Kindle or whether I'm just like not ready yet. I don't know. It was such a traumatic book. If anybody knows the story of A Little Life, it really was a lot to read. It was a 30-hour read on my Kindle, which is a lot. Like an average book is about 20, maybe under. So for a 30-hour read, and I read really quick, you know, I was reading it for weeks. And previous to A Little Life, I was reading sort of 2 books a week. And it was my main hobby. It was my main escape from work and life and everything else. I really love reading, but A Little Life just really took its toll on me in the most amazing way, though. Like I really absorbed myself into the book, and I learnt so much from the characters and all that. And I also watched the play that was in London, and I thought going to watch the play will sort of resolve everything for me. It will pull me out of this slump that I'm in, but it didn't. It just made it worse. It just like reinstated it. Anyway, so I'm excited today because basically at the end of my Greece contract, my darling Sam Routley, one of my best friends on that contract, he got me a £25 Waterstones gift card, and obviously I was so grateful for it, so thankful, but like in my head I was like, oh god, this really means that I need to read a book, and I just haven't been and got a book. But I do love going into Waterstones and choosing an actual book, because I've got my Kindle now. It's so easy to just go, oh yeah, I'll buy that book, and it doesn't feel like the act of going and buying a book and reading that book and finishing that book. I feel like that's what I need. I need a physical copy of this book that I'm going to get through. But anyway, he got me a £25 gift card, so I think I can get a couple of books. And I asked on my Instagram last night for people to send me recommendations of books that will get me out of my slump. Really gripping, dramatic books, I guess. And I got so many recommendations. I can't believe how many of you actually do read and love books, and I just didn't realise that this community was that way. So please do let me know below if you are a little bookworm like me, well, like I was, because if there's quite a lot of you, I'd love to talk about books more, in the same way that if there's not a lot of you, then I probably won't talk about books because I don't want to bore you all. Right, my makeup is donezo, just heading to warm up. Hello, we're now ready for Act 1. We were gifted these vocal zones the other day, and they're actually really good. I know menthol is meant to dry your throat out, but needs must, and at 10 o'clock in the morning, it can be a bit claggy. So, yeah, I've just got one of these in. I'm gonna go up now for the show. They are so little today. You can barely see their little heads popping over the seats. It's so cute. You do sort of adapt your performance, I guess, to the audience and the feedback that you're getting. I'm giving sort of like Maddie from CBeebies today, so so yeah, that's a really fun, cute start to the morning. We've just got to the end of Act 1. Well, nearly. They're still on stage now. I've been watching lots of documentaries recently. 5 minutes to lights down in Act 1. One that I watched the other day was called Bad Surgeon, and honestly, you guys will have to watch it. It's crazy. It's about this guy who manufactures the first organ that's made in a lab, I guess, but it's a plastic winged pipe. And basically he was this internationally renowned surgeon and was given loads of praise for making this windpipe for people, and then people started dying. But there's loads of twists after that as well. It's really, really good. And now I'm watching American Manhunt, the Boston Marathon bombing, and I'm literally just into the first episode, and it is absolutely wild. I don't know why I love stuff like this. I guess I love learning about the crazy things that humans are willing to do and can do. It just really interests me, and also things like the Boston Marathon, like the history of it all and like what actually happened, and just learning about new things in the world really interests me. And Georgia, who plays the goose, Priscilla, she loves things like this as well, so we're like so mad on the documentaries at the moment, so I'm going to sit and watch this throughout the interval. So during that show I have managed to watch 50 minutes of this documentary.
No way!
So in a 2.5 hour show, 50 minutes is sat here watching a documentary about bombings. God, that's really awful. Just eating my ready meal now, and we're watching more of this documentary because it is so good. 10 out of 10 recommend getting a bread roll, by the way, for a ready meal. So good. Georgia, what are you doing?
Hello. Well, we're just making a gingerbread house.
Let's look full disclosure. We do Advent windows on my road, right? Because I live in Cambridge, and each house takes a day of the month of December and decorates the window, and it's unveiled at 6 p.m. And I'm not very good at crafting, and Georgia is too nice to say no.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm really enjoying this.
So Georgia is helping me.
I am having a lovely, lovely time, and it's really festive.
And what's it going to be?
It's going to be a gingerbread house. You can check back and see if it does resemble that. We're working with
Alicia,
Amazon boxes.
I'd like to show my work.
Okay.
Because what I've done is I've cut these bits of cardboard, and Georgia assures me that they will be candy canes.
They will.
She did suggest I also cut a top bit, and I'm just a little worried about that level of responsibility.
It's going to be amazing.
Okay, stay tuned, everyone. We have had the half, so that's fun. Right, we're just about to start Act 1. It's really weird because we've only had about half an hour proper break, haven't we? I've got a coffee from Matt now. George is still going. Actually, it looks a bit more like a gingerbread house now. Et voila!
We're getting there. Et voila.
Oh, they do it on my road as well. I've been seeing them day by day get unveiled. We've got a very, very small audience this afternoon, but that's okay. It's going to be fine. Yeah, we've got about 88 in to watch us. But it's always going to be the way on a Monday afternoon. Sorry, not Monday. What day is it? Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon. You kind of, all the schools prefer to come to the earlier showing because then they can get their kids home at a normal time. Whereas if they had come to the 2 o'clock, it passes their school finish time, is what I was told the other day. Anyway, we're going to have a good show. Got some coffee. Hello, we're just at the end of Act 1 again. Honestly, my day is like Groundhog Day within a day. So I hope this hasn't been too boring for you to watch. I'll give you an update on the door situation. So cute. I can't believe how creative Georgia is. I'll tell you a little bit more in detail about the window decorating situation. 6 p.m. each night, all of the neighbours come out and they have an unveiling of the window, and then the owner of the house provides mulled wine and mince pies for all the neighbours, and they started it, I think, in COVID times, and it was a good way for everyone to feel like they're being social but still being outside and social distance and all that. I can't believe I'm even speaking about that now. But yeah, it's Pippa's day tomorrow night, so I'm going to vlog tomorrow so you can see, but that's Pippa's door. Anyway, I'm still watching my documentary. I have got 50 minutes left of the whole thing, so I'm not going to get it finished while I'm in this show, but definitely going to get it finished tonight. It's really, really interesting if anybody likes this sort of thing. Hello, it is 4:10, I think. I'm clocking out of work for the day, which is lovely. I'm off to Waterstones now, so come with me. Right, here is Waterstones, looking lovely and Christmassy. It's one with a cafe in. If it was lunchtime, I would stop for cake. Okay, it's very quiet in here, so I'm not going to talk too loud, but I had so many recommendations on Instagram, so I'm going to try and see if I can find any of these in here. This Fourth Wing was recommended to me. They look like lovely books, but they look very large. I think I'm looking for a little bit of a shorter book to start. Okay, somebody recommended this one to me, The Love Hypothesis. I'm just going to have a read of the back. Quite a easy read, I think. I've read the entirety of this series and I absolutely loved it. It's very toxic sort of romance vibes, but I loved it. Okay, Mum, if you're watching this, please just skip about 15 seconds. I've just picked up this notebook for my mum. I think she'll really like that. She loves Kath Kidston. I've also got Colleen Hoover's Too Late. Apparently that's really good and it's new. And this is the first book of this series, I think. It's quite slim, so I'm going to pick that one up. I think it's more science fiction, fantasy vibes, but I think I'll give that a go. So those are the three that I'm going for. I'm really hoping that one of these at least will get me out of my slump. I am so chuffed with this. It did cost me more than my voucher, but I don't really care. Now, everyone from the show went to the pub after work, so I'm going to head over to our local and just have a drink to celebrate getting through the day, I guess. No, we are a very social cast and it's just so lovely because we just chat about things that aren't work and we just have a wonderful time. And I'm going to show everyone my books because everyone was really interested. Hi everyone. I am absolutely drenched. We stayed for one drink and I cycled back, and just as I started cycling, the heavens opened and I got absolutely drenched. I'm going to jump in the shower because I'm absolutely freezing, have some dinner and then call it a night. So I hope you've enjoyed this vlog and I'll see you in the next one. Lots of love.